go to heaven or hell. Like that doesn't make any sense. That like
I don't.
weird
I
ass
don't think.
Pokemons like that
I think they
would go
only
to
go to
hell.
hell. I mean, they're cursed monsters. Like they're not gonna fucking go anywhere else, and
But
they take the kids off to who knows where, and it's like
so
it's
now
evil.
Pokemon are cursed monsters. Like, do you hear yourself? Like
I
what?
mean, it's
Just
just
because
like
they're a
I mean,
living
there's a
being doesn't
ghost
mean
type.
that.
There's a ghost type. I
But
mean, it's
who
just the
defined
typing of the
that? Who
Pokemon.
just because
I
Professor fucking Oak over there was like, huh, this one looks like a ghost. Therefore, there must be an afterlife. Like
it
what?
doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. No, it's Arceus. It's by Arceus's design. All hail Arceus. All
Oh
right, that's
yeah,
how.
the
Yeah, yeah.
mythical
That's how
fucking Arceus. Yeah, the one that we've never fucking seen. What? He looks like a horse. Like what type of fucking god would design us? Like why are we the most useless fucking Pokemon around? Like what?
Yeah, human type Pokemon. We're the worst. We're not even normal type. We're just human type. We fucking suck. Anyway, we're gonna talk about our weekly comic pulls for this week. The date is gonna be October 12th. It is Tuesday, October 11th. So we're talking about this shit before it comes out. We're gonna do our top 5 most anticipated picks. Lucas, kick it off.
Okay. So first up is Axe Iron Fist. I'm really excited to see where this goes. I mean, the ending of the Iron Fist series was pretty lackluster. I know, pretty disappointing. Not gonna lie. And I mean, I talked. We went to
We got confirmation from the writer.
yeah. So we went to New York Comic Con and we talked to Alyssa Wong, who stated that it was supposed to be an ongoing originally and it got canceled, which is a shame. It was a really good series, so it's not really fair in my opinion that we're not getting a continuation of the series. But I guess this is the next best thing really. And I mean, apparently Loki is still somehow tied to the story, which makes no sense to me. So let's see.
Yeah, I have high hopes. High hopes that it wraps things up nicely. It's not gonna really have much to do with Axe, I don't think.
No, I highly doubt it.
Um, It'll be like a King in Black Ghost Rider situation where it just kind of wraps up its own arc. Doesn't really touch the event very much, but that's fine by me.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like it. I mean, I really think this one should get like just an extra like 5 issues just to wrap up at least. But
Yeah,
our overlords at Marvel decided no.
odd choice.
Yeah, no, especially for like one of the best Asian-led creative teams.
Yeah, seriously.
But anyway, after that is Batman versus Robin number 2. Really interesting start. We started off with Robin already taken over by a demon.
Yeah.
So Neza, aka Devil Neza, I guess is their proper name, basically has taken over Robin and has completely corrupted magic in the DC universe. Anyone who uses magic has it immediately turned against them. So Zatanna actually got hung like by a noose by her own magic when she tried to use it. And
But
Robin has just been collecting artifacts, including the Doctor Fate helmet and like other things. And
huh.
Neza's just chilling in the Fate Tower or whatever you call it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So and also Alfred is back. That was the big reveal.
Oh,
And at
yeah.
first, Batman is like, "No, that can't be you. I literally saw you die in front of me." He like questions him, and it seems like it's actually Alfred. So wondering how this is gonna go. It's coming off of Devil Neza being introduced in World's Finest, which is a great series. So I'm kind of loving that. He's Mark Waid is kind of tying his two series together to really bring in this event. After that is Everlasting number 3. Tom King has had a really weird run, but like a very good run with mystery romance books. And this
Hmm.
one is honestly no different. It's kind of a time loop type of situation where this woman dies. She's destined to, whenever she falls in love with someone, something terrible goes wrong. Either someone dies or she dies.
Hmm.
And every time she dies, quote unquote, she gets reborn, different situation, but basically under the same circumstances of, I want to date this person, but this person's taken by someone else or a promise to someone else. Eventually, we're about to seek happiness, and right when we're about to get it, something happens. And last
Hmm.
issue had her realize that, grab a shotgun, and start just taking aim at who was trying to kill her. So very interesting. The main character Joanne is starting to show that she isn't just the damsel in distress, which is really nice. That like they showed off kind of in issue 1.
Hmm.
And it's interesting because I mean, first issue started with like 3 different stories, all the same person, Joanne, but like her failing to find love, something happens, either hit by a car or something, and then being reborn, and then different situation. And it's kind of like stuck in the 50s too, so it's a very timeless piece. So I'm wondering if it has alternate dimension hopping or what. But Tom King loves his intricate stories, so I'm very excited.
Hmm.
Also has an Archie vibe with the artist, Elsa
Word.
Chardier.
Huh. Cool.
So
I saw some. I saw some of her work.
yeah, it's sick. I mean, Tom King has just been killing it with Human Target and everything else. So
Yeah.
next up, Legion of X, the issue we have been waiting for.
Yay.
Uranos versus David Holler.
Oh boy.
Let us go. I am excited. David Holler is, if you don't know who that is, you might know him from the name Legion from the Fox
From
TV show.
Hit Show Legion.
Actually, love that show. Highly recommend it. Really ties up the story really well. I don't know if you ever finished it.
I have to finish it actually. Yeah.
It's so good, man. It wraps up very well.
Hmm.
In that show, he's very nerfed. In in the comics, think of him as the Ben 10 of mutant kind. As in, he can choose a power. It comes with a split personality, but little downside. But
Mhm.
basically, he can get whatever power he wants. And when he's fully realized, which he currently is, he can basically warp reality, do whatever he wants. And Uranus is facing off against that. But we know that Uranus wins. So how did he accomplish that? Seriously. So I'm very interested. And also, right now, Banshee is currently a Ghost Rider. So
Huh?
yeah, so recently there's been this newer religion established on Araco, and because spiritual energy flows into gods, and like they explain it really well, where like if you have a certain amount of people praising you and you're a god, you gain power,
Hmm.
and because they have like David, if they're trying to get David Holler to vow to them, because if they do, then everyone on Araco vows to them because they all live in David's mental space,
Oh.
like
Okay.
mind cave or whatever. Banshee got gifted the power of a Ghost Rider, basically, where he flies and his head is on fire, but he's like blue because he's
Hmm.
not like Mephisto esque. He's like a lower tier version of one.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I mean, Banshee screaming fire while flying is pretty sick. Not
That's
gonna lie.
fucking awesome. Actually. I'm. Oh wow.
Yeah, you can probably imagine how that
Yeah. I
is.
mean, I love Banshees, so I'm hyped for something like that for him for
Bro, he
sure.
hasn't had anything to do in like years, so I mean,
Yeah, literally. I also love the current Juggernaut look. It's really sick.
oh yeah, it's so good, and I'm loving how Juggernaut is like really trying to be just like a good human being.
Yeah.
Like, and Xavier's just being an utter prick to him. Like he's like,
Hmm.
Charles, I just want to talk. I just want to be brothers. He's like, he learns about him having a niece, and he's like, wait, I have a niece. And he's just like surprised. He tries making like a friendship with David, which is
Hmm.
also pretty interesting because like they both have been neglected by Charles. So very interesting dynamic.
Hmm.
And I don't remember a single time David and Juggernaut have been in the same room.
Interesting.
Pretty wild, honestly. And then finally, number 5, do a power bomb. I'm so hyped for this issue.
Let's go.
Yeah, so Eli's finally caught up.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on the series?
It's a blast of a book, man. It's just a lot of fun. It's a whole different vibe than a lot of the shit I'm reading right now. So I was really happy to catch up on it. I'm really excited for 5. A lot of cool twists and turns. Reveal that Cobra Sun is her father is really crazy.
Yeah, that blew my
Um,
mind when I read that, and I was like, "Oh my
yeah,
god, the weight of like literally killing your own wife and having your daughter hate you, but also not know that she hates you,
yeah.
like
So
insane."
it's crazy. So that's gonna be a really crazy like conflict when that finally pays off at the end. And the only thing I felt was a little forced was the uncle being there too,
Yeah, I
and
also
almost
felt
and
that.
almost and almost fucking dying.
Yeah,
But
no,
at least
I
he didn't. I was gonna be pissed if they just killed him. I mean, like instantly as soon as he revealed his face. But luckily they didn't.
yeah, that
Um,
that did feel a little bit forced, honestly.
but maybe it'll lead up to some more interesting stakes later.
I guess
Um,
it's to show off like if you fuck around and find out and you're not ready, you'll pay the price, all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's like showing that, a lot of the guys are like really just cutthroat and they didn't even wait for the bell.
Yeah,
They
nah.
just started fucking going after him. But yeah, I mean, it's a really really awesome series. Super dynamic art. Again,
Yeah,
Danny Warren Johnson doing his fucking thing.
yeah,
And
writing, drawing, everything just by himself,
yeah,
which is insane.
it's a blast. So it's a ton of fun.
And like that single one panel, which I can now reveal because now Elias knows, where like
Yeah,
she does the backflip and lands on top of one of the gorillas. Oh my god, so kinetic. I mean
yeah,
the action within each issue is just so fun. It's like
yeah.
you can just down these comics like literally like
Hmm.
candy. Like you can just eat them up.
Totally,
And I'm
totally.
sure that you binge them all like really quickly, right?
I did, and it was a blast because it's got that intense drama side, but it's also just a really fun read from the action standpoint. So
Yeah,
definitely a good formula. It looks like it's an ongoing. I
yeah,
don't
it
know.
is.
So
I'm
that'll be
hoping
interesting.
I'm hoping that after this arc we have something else. I do love that they're expanding the world, being like, yeah, we have aliens and etc. Like
Yeah,
just
and
casually
just dudes from different planets wrestling and shit, which is really fun.
and wrestling on all their planets is real compared to
Yeah,
Earth, where Earth is like the only planet that has fake wrestling.
and Necroton doesn't know, so he's just like putting them up against each other, and but it's cool because it's like Cobra and Lona gotta unleash themselves. They gotta just kind of go crazy.
I
And like
love the
yeah,
name.
that last page of Cobra's son, with Cobra's son holding the barbed wire chair and stuff. Like it's gonna get heavy. It's gonna be
Yeah, no,
good.
the cover of this one is wild. But yeah, that cover is fucking insane. Like them on the ladder using chains and barbed wire chairs and like
Yeah,
it looks intense. And for a father that was like so worried about his daughter getting hurt, he is fully in now. He is committed.
yeah. It's been like a good gradual incline of how violent Cobra and Lona are willing to get. So yeah, this next issue should be intense.
Yeah, and I mean, I love their duo name, Sun and Steel.
Silent Steel is really sick. Yeah,
It's such a nice ring to it.
yeah, it's great.
But yeah, no, I love. I will say one of the best I think depictions of a female character without having like a feminine body, quote unquote.
Yep.
Like she
Hmm.
just works out, she busts people's fucking faces in, but she's
And she
not
gets
like,
her shit fucked up too.
yeah, no, she gets hurt all right, but like she's not
Yeah.
like really just to be sexy. Like no, this art is designed to be kinetic, somewhat realistic. I say realistic in quotation marks, and then yeah, and then very fun. Like that is what the point of this art is supposed to be, and I love that.
Yeah, it's great.
But what about your top five picks?
All right, my top five. I got Namor number 1. He's getting his own book, I guess, in time for the Black Panther movie. I guess was the idea. I've always been a huge Namor fan. I think it's a shame that they haven't introduced him into the movie sooner. Just he's a really interesting character. But this is an interesting arc idea. Apparently, this is going to be a look at the future, where Namor is the like ruler of Earth. Apparently,
Huh?
a century into the future, not much land remains on Earth. A combination of worsening climate and devastating war with the Kree has left the surface of the planet mostly inhospitable, with an ever-dwindling population of air breathers and a profound lack of superheroes to protect them. Enter Namor, on whose these many years on is no longer king of Atlantis, but ruler of the entire world.
Wild. That sounds actually
Um,
like a really good concept.
it sounds really cool. I'm glad it's not attached to anything, so it'll kind of just be like a fun like detached read from anything else. And Christopher Cantwell's writing it,
Oh,
so
bet.
so I'm really excited about that.
It should
Um,
be interesting, especially since Kree is currently run by Hulkling, like the Kree Skrull Empire.
right.
So I'm
But it
wondering,
reminds me It reminds me of like the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes thing, where like the Kree conflict was like the thing that Kang was anticipating. Like that was like a huge war, the Kree Earth War.
yeah,
So maybe it'll be like a version of that or something.
it should be interesting. All right.
Yeah, but yeah. So Christopher writing Namor, I think is going to be cool for sure. He's the current Iron Man author. For those who don't know. Next up, I got Ghost Rider number 7. I've been loving this series. really great personal Johnny Blaze time. Wolverine finally cut that infection out of him, so we're gonna see, where this takes us. And there's clearly a bigger plot building up with
Talia Warroad,
yeah, War Road. Yep.
sick ass
There's
name.
something bigger. Yeah, there's something bigger building up with her. So it's gonna be exciting to see where they take that next. I'm also peeking at these variants. These are some really nice variants
I mean,
for
the
this
cover
page.
says that a new splinter group within the FBI is being
Yeah,
charged. So,
right.
it should be interesting. It looks like Johnny's gonna be taken on by Agent Talia.
Maybe they'll finally meet
Yeah, I'm thinking,
Talia and Johnny.
would this mean that Johnny is officially a cop?
Yeah, this will be interesting.
Pulls you over for speeding. You turn around and you just see a flaming skull, and you're like,
You know how
"Oh!"
fast you're going.
He penance stares you.
Yeah,
Did you know you were going 80 miles per hour in a 60?
the
Face
only
my
thing you ever did
vengeance.
wrong in your life was going 20
Yeah,
over the speed limit.
but yeah, I love that he's like, it's a very interesting idea, and I mean, still 8 cab, but interesting idea.
Yeah, the Ghost Rider book's been a blast. So next up, I got Jurassic League #6, the
Yeah,
ultimate
boy.
final chapter of Jurassic League.
This needs a
I
sequel.
could I could reread this book over and over again just for the art. It's just so much fun.
Daniel Warren
And
Johnson again.
Danny Warren Johnson, baby. And
Yeah. Sadly, though, this issue is not going to be drawn by Daniel Warren Johnson. Apparently, it's going to be drawn
oh,
by Juan Gideon,
um,
which is kind
okay,
of a shame.
yeah,
Not because Juan's a bad artist, but because Daniel Warren Johnson's so good at action scenes, and this is going to be the action scene comic. So
yeah. It would just be nice to have him finish it off.
yeah,
It's gonna be a fun final chapter of that. Really excited to pick that up.
yeah. I'm excited to see how they introduce like Doctor Fate and like stuff in like this universe. Like that would be so funny.
Yeah, they're keeping it small right now, but if it does well enough, I mean, they could definitely do some more.
It should be interesting.
Next up, I got Venom 11. This is going to be a new arc. I don't know why we're so confused as to who this character is on the cover. I'm pretty sure it's just Sleeper, but it looks fun. Hopefully, we'll get some new angle on this situation. Right now, it just feels like Eddie's just fucked. So I don't know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, I'm just
Um,
wondering what's up with this gas and like almost like robotic looking side of this. Like, is the
yeah,
symbiote fully infused with robotics now? Is that a thing they can do now? I'm guessing.
maybe. I mean, Sleeper's really cool because he's like we don't know a lot about him.
Yeah, he's just like a cat
So
symbiote. Like, he's really weird.
well, he's cool because he can kind of take any shape he wants. But he's super interesting. He's was one of my favorite new symbiotes to come out of the recent Venom stuff.
Yeah,
Or actually my favorite symbiote to come out of the recent Venom stuff.
I mean the
Um,
design is sick alone.
yes, Sleeper's great. So this looks like an interesting upgrade for him. So yeah, I'm always down for more Sleeper stuff. So hopefully he can help Dylan out in some way and maybe help Eddie out in some way too.
Oh, this is a knockout gas. Look at the right corner. I
Yeah, no,
think
that
that is
that
our
guy's getting.
knockout gas. That
Well, that's
guy
not
is so.
knockout. He's breaking out in hives.
Yeah, no, I didn't notice it until right now. God, this is probably acidic or something, which is like makes
Yeah,
this
yeah,
even worse.
yeah, literally.
Yikes! Oh, look at that variant though. The variant for
Tyler Kirkham.
Scan Suriswan.
Oh, that, yeah.
It gives us a better look of it. It looks very like, yeah, it looks like the gauntlets are tied to the backpack.
Oh, it looks like there's actual human eyes, so maybe he
Yeah,
has to wear the sleeper. Oh, maybe Dylan has to wear the sleeper symbiote. That I could get behind.
yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
But either way, really interesting. I mean, I'm actually excited to be back with Dylan after the time bending shenanigans of
The
the last
time
couple
bending,
issues.
stressful ass
Last
Eddie
issue made me
issue.
break down into tears with how complex my brain just imploded.
That and also just as stressful. It's like what the fuck is Eddie gonna do? Like
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
literally, like how the fuck do you escape a time? That's literally what it's asking. Like, how do you escape a time loop?
Mhm.
Which
Mhm.
is like such a that's not an easy question. You can just be like, so do this and then do that. Like, no,
Yeah. So yeah,
I
this will be really good to be finally back on Earth with Dylan.
I did call it a long time ago that I said it was Dylan. I thought it was Dylan.
You thought Meridius was Dylan?
Yeah, I said that to you, and
Okay.
you were like, no, they already did an alternate version. I was like, okay, but
Yeah.
I'm happy that I got like some of it right at least. It
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
Brock,
You
just not
had
the one you were thinking.
you had the right idea. Yeah, it's crazy that every fucking I mean they're all him. Every King in Black is the King in Black.
Yeah, which is wild.
So
Like, I mean, that makes perfect sense though. Like, if he has the ability to travel through time, like, he technically can't ever give up like the throne. Like, it makes perfect sense.
yeah, it's just such a crazy thing that you just revealed his whole, I guess, future that he's gonna have to somehow try to break.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It's fucking nuts. It's had such a grand scope to it, which is what Ewing does, but it's crazy. And it's
yeah,
supposedly there's a seventh Venom out there, right?
yeah.
That we haven't seen. So
Should be
maybe that's
interesting.
the one that'll break him out, or maybe that's the form of him that will allow him to break out of the loop. But
He's the mastermind that knew like this had to happen to make
yeah,
like Dylan strong enough to kill him or something like that.
some shit like that.
Yeah, because
Um,
Meridius is not the main guy anymore. That's for sure. We can tell he's not like the mastermind. There's definitely something above him.
he's not even a villain, really. He's just like
He's
a
just
dick.
Eddie trying to get out of this time loop.
He's just kind of a dick.
Yeah, no. He's not even trying to get out of the time loop. He's just like, fuck it, I'm stuck in here. I might as well
He's like
just have some
he's like
fun.
fuck you, Eddie.
Fuck you, Eddie. I hate you, Eddie. Looks in the mirror.
And finally, I don't know if I'm more excited to read this or Powerbomb to be honest, but I got Axe Eternals.
Yeah.
Number one, the third and final story critical Axe one shot. The way they've been unfolding these tie-ins has been really interesting. Just caught up with Star Fox, um, which happens after the judgment's already been made.
Yeah, all
So
these
these
tie-ins
are
are actually.
actually really, yeah, these are really critical issues, which is crazy that they did 5 main story issues and now we got all these other important things to still address.
Yeah,
Um,
I liked
yeah,
it though.
so they, yeah, they've been sick. They've been really awesome.
The Iron Man one was so good. Like, legitimately some of the best Iron Man writing I've seen in years.
Yeah, I
Like, I
mean,
love Christopher
Camel's
Cantwell, but
no, Camel's been killing it, but this was my favorite part of the Axe Avengers issues was a machine failed them. Like
yeah,
talking about the car failing them. It was just a car accident that killed Howard, that killed his parents.
it wasn't an assassination and it wasn't anything
Yeah,
special. It was literally
a
just
machine, a machine failed, and I was like, damn.
it was yeah, no, and if every machine worked, no one would die, he said. And that was like,
Right.
wow.
Yeah,
Damn. And then him getting the pass was like so oh my god, so rewarding.
yeah, it was really cool.
It's funny how we're getting like mini therapy sessions for each character.
Yeah, literally, it's
Literally,
really
it's like a
cool.
therapy session for a character that has never gone to therapy and just got dragged in.
Yeah, right.
And then Jean Grey's
Yeah.
was wild.
So we had Avengers, X Men, and now we finally have Eternals. And I'm glad they're doing it in the Axe order. I'm really happy
Yeah,
that they're doing that. It's fun.
I don't know much
Um,
about who's on the front. Ajax. I don't know
Ajax,
much
yeah,
about Ajax personally, but I
yeah,
mean they haven't been holding back on the deep cuts for when they've been talking about these issues, these one shots. I mean, they were referencing Dark Phoenix. They were referencing the current Iron Man run with Iron God. Like
yeah,
they were not
yeah,
afraid to pull.
yeah. So it's really good. Editing work there. And Ajax is just gonna be cool because this whole time she's been the one that's arguing not to kill the progenitor,
Yeah,
to let him do his thing. He's the god. He's the divine. Like don't mess with it. So this will be a interesting matchup, honestly, because
he's gonna test
she
her
might
faith.
just yeah, really. So it'll be interesting. And I guess this is the final big thing that we're gonna be getting for a while from Axe. So
Yeah, I mean I
I'm
like
hyped.
that it forms a poster too.
Yeah, I was gonna say the connecting cover thing is really
It looks
nice.
so nice. Like I'm sure that you're probably like foaming at the mouth to grab one.
I'm foaming at the mouth to grab the final one because I have the first two, so I
No,
just
but I'm
gotta flip
saying one as a
there.
poster, like a full poster of it.
Oh, like an actual poster? Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
no, I would be going crazy nuts for one.
That's been our polls for this week.
Oh wait,
Um,
I had one theory that I did want to discuss on the
yes,
channel. My
yes,
theory is that we're not going to save everyone because Iron Man literally mentions, "Oh, let's just go back in time and let's revive
right.
everyone." And when you mention that, that makes me think you're not gonna do it.
Yeah,
Because
that
that
yeah,
just puts the idea that you're shooting that down immediately.
that was the only way I was thinking a way out of this. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
how the fuck.
And I like that that was what Tony was thinking too, because he's obviously thinking like us. He's like, okay, we're gonna force the progenitor to turn back time, save
Yeah,
everyone, and then we're gonna kill it. And that's it.
right,
That's it. Fixed. All done.
right.
No, like that's not gonna happen. And that's really interesting. And I'm thinking that this is gonna be basically the equivalent of the snap in the MCU versus this. Like, except this is gonna have
Except
more.
the snap brought people back,
Yeah,
which
this
made
is
it
not gonna be
like
reversed.
whatever. Yeah.
This is just gonna be a better version of the snap, basically. And I feel like it's gonna be really interesting because I feel like we're gonna see a bunch of villains come out of the woodwork, being like,
Hmm.
You built a literal god that killed my father.
Hmm.
I saw him burst into hives or something like that, like in front of me as a
Yeah.
kid. Why did I pass and not my parents? Why did I
Yeah.
deserve to live and not them? Fuck
Hmm.
you. And
Yeah.
they just hate Tony or Pete or like all those different characters for like their
Hmm.
involvement, and they're like, all supers must die. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure the U.S. government is probably thinking that.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Let's close out.
Yeah, those have been our top 5 polls. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, smash that bell button, and support your local comic shop. And don't forget to read some books.
Peace.
See you guys.